Hey, right. Just getting some bits and pieces together for what I call my quick, not cooking anything serious. Can't be bothered to cook meal. Everything comes out of a can or a pot. So, tin of sweet corn. The rest of them are opening. Move that out of the way. Chopped tomatoes. A bit of water in to rinse them out. Drying your hands off. So we can spatula, scrape them out. I was going to cook another one of my HelloFresh meals today. But I was downloading some pictures and it got a bit too late, and I thought I'll just do a quick throw together meal. So I spent about 3 hours reorganising my kitchen. Well, reorganising and cleaning. Whoops. That slipped. Right. As per my previous video, I've got a bowl of soapy water already prepared. Some of you are going to say, well, that doesn't look very appetising. It will do. I just realised that my camera is in front of the cupboard with my pasta in, so bear with me. Right, I'm back. Got my pasta out. Just wait for this to warm up, well, heat up. Very exciting this is going to be. I do apologise, but hey ho. Right. I'm actually going to add the pasta in now. When I'm cooking quick meals like this, I don't follow cookery convention always. It's just a case of throw it in, cook it or heat it up until it's boiled, test it, see if it's cooked, If it's cooked, fine. Cook it for a little bit longer just to make sure. If it's not, keep heating it up. Because this is an invention recipe, there is no strict rules for it, because it's coming out of my head as per what I've got available. In a bit. Oh, welcome back. Okay, it's coming to the boil now. Just going to let it boil quite vigorously for a little while. And for those eagle-eyed people, you'll notice I've swapped from a silicone spatula back to my wooden spoon. Let that simmer now for a little while, because obviously the pasta will need to be cooked. Because everything else came out of a can, that would already be, I believe, partially or fully cooked because of the sterilisation process. So it really only needs to be reheated. Packet pasta in there, so dried pasta, so it needs to be cooked. Right, once the pasta's cooked, I'll come back on. Right, give it a quick stir and see if the pasta's cooked. Some people say that pastas should be cooked al dente. I like it a little bit softer. For me, that's cooked. Okay. Now you know by now that I am a bit of a chilli head, and I found these brilliant little granules. Warming chili con carne granules. Makes making quick chili meals like this really easy. Right, let's take a quick taste of the sauce. Does it need anything? I think it needs some garlic. I keep a big jar of granulated garlic, dried granulated garlic, in stock. Maybe a little bit too thick at the moment, so add a little bit more water just to loosen it up and help the dry ingredients that I put in homogenise in the whole meal. There's a big word for you, homogenise. That just basically means distribute evenly throughout the whole meal. I'm going to give that a few minutes. Right. The garlic's there, but not a lot of heat. So I'm going to add a bit of this. one of my favourite chilli sauces. Chilli is enhanced with sugar in the right amount. Right. Let's leave that for a few more minutes. Now something else that I've recently tried out is some of my chilli meals like this. I add a little bit of lime juice in. Gives it a bit of a freshness and a bit of a zing. Like those chilli granules are doing their thing, making it nice and thick. Which means, well, it's going to be more there than one meal's worth, so I can portion it out, put it in the freezer, and when I pull it out again, I can use it with anything, over chips, over rice, on its own, over crumpets, which I have done before, or jacket potatoes, which I might actually do today. I might do some jacket potatoes with it. If I can find my magic potato bag. Yes. Okay. I'm going to turn you off for a minute and come back when I'm... Okay. While you've been away, I've added a little bit more water to it, because it was getting a little bit too thick. I'm preparing my potatoes. This is the way I do it. It may not be right, but I find it works really well. And you can pretend that you're stabbing something you don't like. And yes, I will be microwaving these in 8 minutes, which some of you may think is way too short, but trust me, with my little potato sleeping bag I've got, it'll do in 8 minutes. Just wetted the potatoes. Now they're going in their sleeping bag and in the microwave. I do it for 4 minutes at a time. So, okay. When the potatoes are done, I'll bring you back on. A little trick I've learned. If you want to have a warm plate with your meal and you're cooking something on the hob and it is only just simmering and you would normally use a lid, I put the plate on top, it warms the plate up and also acts like a lid for the... My teeth aren't working today. Acts like a lid for the saucepan. Welcome back. The potatoes have had their first 4 minutes. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to open the bag very carefully and stick each one with a knife. Now they're still a little bit on the hard side, so they can go back in for another 4 minutes. When they're done, I'll put you back on. Okay, welcome back. Just waiting for the potatoes to finish. Have a swig of coffee. as is my norm. While you were off, I just pulled the plate off and gave it a quick stir to stop it from sticking. And I've changed from a wooden spoon to a wooden spatula to help me clean the bottom of the pan if it did stick. Okay, about 20 seconds left on the potatoes, so I think I'm going to take the plate off and let it sit down. And there's the microwave. Right, before I take the potatoes out, let's give it another stir. Turn off the hob. Oops. Pull out the potatoes in their little sleeping bag. I've also done a bit of washing up as well while you were away. Oh yes, lovely. Lovely. And you just tip them out. Two really nice and soft jacket spuds. Ow. Bit hot. Hotter than I was expecting. Obviously, if you're doing this yourself, you can, instead of getting your fingers burnt like I have, you can use a pair of kitchen gloves. Right. Cut them into quarters. Okay. And I always like to put a bit of butter on them. So, excuse my fingers, get the butter and just slice it and put it wherever you want. I put it in the cuts because it will normally melt down. And if there's any that hasn't melted down that quickly, I just give it a rub on the potato itself. Oops, come back up here. Okay. Not a very healthy meal, but hey ho. And then here comes the best bit. Because I want to be a little bit portion conscious, I know people are going to be cringing with me wiping it down on the side of the pan. But hey ho. Right, let's scrape all that goodness from the edges. And the way I portion it is normally 1 scoop per jacket and an extra scoop just to make it a little bit more filling. Now if you wanted to, and I often do but I'm not going to do it today, you could grate a little bit of cheese on there, whatever cheese you like, and either stick it into the grill to melt it or just let it melt with the heat of the potatoes. Now because I know I've got more mixture left, and as per normal I've got some pots that I've saved from the bin, washed out and dried. What I'm going to do is, as evenly as possible, without making a total mess, portion the leftover mixture into the pots. Trying to make it stretch as much as possible without it being super tiny portions. Yes, I'm a big bloke, but we don't need to eat super sized portions all the time. And as I'm going to be eating this with something else like chips or rice, or as in tonight, jackets, a little bit less doesn't matter. And just a quick bit of clean up on the cooker so it stays as tidy as possible, as clean as possible. Shut the lid down, turn it off, and then bring these pots over. We need 4 lids. There's the 4 lids. And what I do is I just rest the lids on top. I don't close them, I just rest them on top to protect it a little bit. And that's the meal all done. Thank you very much for watching, and I hope to see you again soon. Bye bye.